Hey, hello, and welcome to my project management question series for October 2023. Okay, so in this video, I have put together a range of project management questions that cover various labels from beginner to expert. These questions are designed to help you to prepare for your project management job interviews. Okay, let's dive into the first question. It's a fundamental one, and you are likely to be encounter it in many interviews. Okay, so the question is, can you describe your experience with the project management methodologies such as Agile, Scrum, Waterfall, or others? So, when an interview asks this, they want to gauge your understanding and experience with the popular project management approaches. Okay, so before we jump into the simple answer, let's take a moment to understand the main role of project methodologies. Project methodologies provides the essential guidelines, process, and best practices to manage and execute projects efficiently and successfully. They serve as a roadmaps for the project manager and their teams. Okay, so now let's look at a simple answer. When crafting your response, consider the following structure for your convenience. Okay, so we can start with the experience. So in experience, start with an overview of your experience. This sets the stage for your answer. In an example, follow up with the brief real life examples. Providing an example make it easier for the interviewer to grasp your practical experience. In the case study, to make your answer even more impactful, consider mentioning relevant case studies. These real world examples can add depth to your response and showcase your expertise. Okay, so let's read the simple answer once. Okay, in experience, I have mentioned like I have a significant experience with the agile methodologies, particularly Scrum and Kanban. I have applied agile principles in both software development and non-IT projects. So, no, when you mention this kind of important points, it will definitely a bonus point in your interview. Okay, in examples I have mentioned, in a software development project we used Scrum. We divide the project into sprints, with each sprint lasting 2 weeks. During sprint planning we defined the sprint goals and selected user stories to work on. Daily stand-up meeting ensured the team communication and addresses any roadblocks. So in this frame, you have already explained a brief of how Scrum works. Okay, and this is very good point according to me. Okay, and the case study you can mention, you see the case study is very short and simple. Okay, and you can use this kind of case study at any time, at any place. Okay, one notable project involved developing a mobile app for a client. By using Agile, we were able to adapt to changing the requirements. For instance, the client requested a new feature midway through the project. We incorporated it into the upcoming sprint, ensuring the client's needs were met promptly. How of the question, the Scrum framework, we are following the same structure: experience, example, and case study. In the experience, I have led multiple Scrum team as a Scrum Master, ensuring that Scrum principles were followed. I facilitated sprint planning, daily stand-ups, sprint review, and the retrospectives. Okay, so these are the very basic points, and you should have familiar with this kind of wordings when you are going for the interview of project management. Okay, so an example, in a Scrum project, we were tasked with the upgrading a company's e-commerce platform. Let's example, no, you can alter or you can edit as per requirement. So we broke the project into manageable increment and prioritized the backlog items based on the customer feedback and business value. Okay, the case studies are very simple. During one sprint, we encountered a technical issue that could have derailed the project. However, the Scrum team collaborated to resolve the issue. Simply, we adjusted the sprint backlog to accommodate the extra work without compromising the project timeline. So, this kind of a balanced uh, answer can definitely adds a bonus value in your questions in your interview. Okay, now let's move to the third part. That's the waterfall methodology. So no, the interviewer can stop when they think like you're in a perfect direction, so they can stop at any time. So let's read the water methodology. We're following the same structure, experience, example, and case study. While my focus has primarily been agile methodologies, I have also worked on a project following waterfall. Waterfall is a well-suited project with stable, well-defined requirements. In an example, in a waterfall project, we were tasked with implementing a company-wide intranet system. We began with a detailed requirement gathering phase, followed by system design, implementation, testing, and deployment. So this is the the standard waterfall methods. So just a kind of the wording just so case study in this project, the key challenge was ensuring that all the requirements were gathered comprehensively at the outset. We held extensive discussion with the stakeholders and documented everything meticulously. The waterfall approach allowed us to deliver a robust internet system without the need for frequent changes. Okay, so please no, you can take a screenshot and let me know if you have any feedback or comment, then definitely we can add some more sample answer. Okay.